Hi Libra, welcome into a general weekly reading for you. Hope you're doing well out there. I do want to begin this reading by wishing all the Librans out there a very happy Halloween, given it does lie within this week period. I know this is a bit of a late posting, given we already have made our way through some of this specific week that we're speaking upon, but better later than never. This it just reminds me why I have to move out of where I am. It's not always easy to record and upload. But we're going to begin naturally with the Halloween Oracle and see what this week, or the rest of which, is all about for us. Or the whole week, because we also will speak upon the first couple of days that you already have experienced. For Libra, I feel like there's going to be a nice balance when it comes to your energy of being a little bit goofy, joking around, enjoying yourself more, but also combining it with or following or, right before it, certain very mature, very overly serious, maybe even to the extent of maybe needing to shake it off and loosen up a bit kind of moments and energy. Does that make sense? And they're saying this is really creating a dynamic week for you. It's creating a very organic time where things are just flowing and you're feeling easily adapted to a new situation for some, but even the changes within existing situations or one in particular, you're adapting quite nicely is basically the message coming through. For Libra, okay, we want to go with this one. The emotional intelligence card, Vampire. I really feel as if this week highlights the fact that you have your emotions intact. It doesn't mean you don't get emotional at times, and I don't feel you are throughout this week. Specifically, speaking upon your past and even your future. But I do sense that you have a good head on your shoulders. You have gone through so much and has created so much emotions, and you've let your emotions in the past get the best of you, to the point where throughout the week, this is taking a highlight when it comes to other people specifically. Their awareness of you is what I'm hearing, but also your awareness of yourself. You just carry yourself with a very I'm hearing emotionally dry kind of way, but more of this feeling where I can be in charge because I'm in charge of my emotions. I'm in charge of myself. I simply choose to, and even at times without meaning to naturally, I don't let those emotions get the best of me, or I simply don't allow for things to affect me in the way they once did. That had to come through. I know that was quite wordy. I just heard cheers to Libra, cheers for Libra. I'm not saying that you will be drinking throughout the week or even that surrounding you. You might be, but I do sense that message is coming through to say you've done a lot for yourself and other people. You've come a long way. I do sense that there's someone getting an advancement or is in the midst of which at work or even through their business. And this is why that's coming through, or at least one of the reasons. What else do we have? I just heard you've come so damn far. You've come so damn far, Libra. For Libra. Okay, coming out. We have the Ancestors card talking about the love and the legacy of our DNA. Yeah, I mean, naturally following, how far you've come and what lies within your past even before this lifetime. I do sense that you are also thinking about what you're made out of, if I didn't say that already. As well, I sense that this is a week where, like Leo, your spirituality is a huge part of this week in the eyes of others, the minds of others, but as well yours. And you're thinking about somebody that passed away within your family line, an ancestor, if you will. That's because in that moment, they have just joined you to check on you. I love that. I'm getting specifically for somebody, it's a grandmother figure. The Night Song card talking about hidden talents, and the Ghost card talking about regret. I sense that you may be thinking about something that you once regretted, and Spirit saying, well, why don't you feel any sense of regret in regards to it now? Because things are working out, because maybe you're gaining something or just gained something in a similar sense. And Spirit saying, well, what if you had that situation within your life now? You wouldn't have the room, and it maybe would be weighing you down still, or in general. But it's a week where you are being pushed to think about all that you know in regards to how talented you truly are, but you don't know even half of it. You are such a skilled individual, and I feel like for some it's tying into your spirituality, maybe even your intuition like myself, but you're going to, moving forward, be discovering new talents, and is going to be eye-opening, it's going to be informing, and it's going to be enlightening, right? It's going to feel really, really special for you. They're labeling you as special. But the light after the darkness, my friend. Look at this, and they're labeling you as a wise owl with the delicacy of a small bird with a bright color, okay? As they're drawing me to this. But I really feel like this is a week where Spirit's saying, I know you've been through it. For some, very, very recently. You might be shifting to a new situation, like myself, like, the Leo collective that I just read for. And that might be, what this is talking about, right? But I do sense that even if there isn't a situation coming to an end or changing within this week or surrounding it, it's like Spirit saying, now comes the light after the difficulty. Now comes the ease of accomplishing, gaining, and connecting and reconnecting after the difficulty, even maybe the darkness that you have been or once were experiencing. Now is the time for this Libran collective to succeed. I feel like you're going to be thinking about change and embracing it all the meanwhile, okay? But they're also saying, don't be the way you once have, one if not several times, where you jump into a situation, you think about the next upgrade or the next better kind of situation in a similar sense to take its place, or to be added on too soon. It doesn't mean you don't think about upgrading and changing, but enjoy the beginning stages, or just enjoy the sweetness of what you are within in that moment or those moments. Let's move on to the tarot. For Libra to continue. Yeah, the High Priestess, no shocker there, and the Page of Pentacles. Somebody drawn to the reading is working in a building or is living in a building, or both, very, very spiritually visited, okay? It may be even haunted, but I wouldn't be surprised. It reminds me of my serving job. There's a specific room where the bar is, and multiple people have told me that they found that to be haunted, and I do believe it, okay? I do believe it, and I don't spend much time in there for it's one of the reasons. Anyways, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is very applicable for a lot of which your home situation, where there are a lot of spirits within there that don't choose to leave that premises, if that makes sense. And that doesn't have to be someone who used to live there once upon a time, but that just takes place in certain buildings. But I also feel like you're going to be gaining a new guide throughout the week. Beautiful. This guide is going to be unlike any other of these spirits that you have worked with or worked with you, assisted you, rewinding back up until this point. This spirit is very, very special, and you are going to have a commonality with this passed over soul that is going to be so assisting to you, and you're going to feel more seen and understood than ever. I also feel like people want to get to know you. Wow, I do feel a bit of an uncomfortable spiritual presence. Bear with me. But 859, look up the ancient number meaning. I just heard I just protected you from that energy, and now I feel so much better. Wow, I feel like something like that's going to happen for you throughout the week. And I feel more at ease. Okay, this guide as well that's joining you, and maybe other spirits in particular, are going to be slowing you down and giving you a sense of peace. Do you hear how the way I'm channeling, the way I'm speaking just shifted dramatically when that spirit assisted me? Feeling as if I'm going to be now accomplishing in a much easier manner. Sure, maybe it's going to be slower. Maybe, what I'm saying is going to be extended a bit, because it's not coming out at the most rapid pace, but it's purposeful, okay? Maybe at a moment when you were just feeling a bit on edge, or just needing to sit back in your seat and chillax a bit, okay? I said that really weird. But anyways, Endings and new beginnings are part of this week. You need to, I don't love this imagery, even the slightest, but you're going to be feeling like the creepy things in life, the spooky things in life are going to be coming up and taking a highlight. I mean, it is a week where Halloween is taking place. And I know for me, experiences and whatnot in different situations, before and even at times after Halloween, the 31st takes place, it's still part of, that week or 2 week period, right? People dressing up, having Halloween parties. For me at my serving job, people coming in their ridiculous costumes and whatnot. So that's just part of this week. Spooky, weird, and creepy things. Even maybe gory things taking a highlight. Somebody's choosing to watch a horror film. Please cleanse your energy afterwards. Okay. It's going to better the quality of your sleep and your dreams. We forget at times that things that we do tune into. I just saw 11:11 on the timestamp. So wish fulfillment is part of this week as we prepare you for another one. We forget that what we watch, what we tune into, and maybe even who we connect to can affect what pops up in our dreams. Okay. What else do we have for Libra? I mean, hop over to Leo's reading at some point. You are being informed, my friend, for a select few, if not reminded for the majority. Riches are lying ahead for you. It's as if at certain points throughout the week, and I'm not saying you're not appreciative, I'm not saying there isn't gratitude that's assisting with you manifesting more of what you have and even, extra, plus some other new things into your life. But it's this feeling of you having this feeling that it's not enough, or it's not going to be the end all be all, that you're meant for more, you're meant for better, bigger, greater, grander. Does that make sense? It's this kind of feeling of you living in a small house or a small apartment or townhouse or whatever the case may be, just an example. And you're feeling really grateful for that roof over your head and certain aspects of it, or maybe all of the aspects of which, for the time being or in general. But then deep down, and you've been informed that you're meant for bigger, right? Maybe a mansion or a bigger kind of a penthouse or a bigger apartment or whatever the case may be. The Queen of Swords coming out. Adjustments are required at certain points in regards to, for some, overconsumption. Maybe a little bit of overthinking here and there. Maybe for some select Librans, a little bit of concern, a doubt or worry. And they're saying, well, remember again, you're a manifester. And I feel like a spirit will swoop in to tell you, there is nothing to worry about. Silence that Libra mind to the best of your ability, because I wouldn't be surprised if you hear spirit through your mind, through your thoughts and your dreams like me. And even if it's not at a constant or pretty much a constant basis like myself, it can be overwhelming, right? To have that plus your own overthinking or just constant, thoughts, right? So where you do have control in that sense, put your foot on the brake. So I feel there are going to be significant moments throughout the week where it's up to you to remember where your control lies, and therefore you're going to need to put your foot on the brake and keep it there, okay? Put the vehicle in park and just take a deep breath and reapply yourself, refocus where need be. That's very interesting imagery and wording. But the Hanged Man and the Emperor card, you're going to be feeling like planning and strategizing, but don't overdo it in that process. There's sort of an emperor-like energy about you as you get things done and you organize and you get yourself settled and things fall into place, and for some of which you predict the future. This coming through as, I just heard a magic 8-ball, as not a cauldron. Okay, again, I get it's Halloween. What is it called when you look into that glass ball? I can never get the correct wording in these readings when that message comes through. The Moon card coming out because I feel like it is a week of mystery surrounding you and within you. You're going to be feeling like You know, there are certain people going through it, but for the most part, I feel like people are in good spirits, and even the ones joining you in the spiritual realm. And I sense that you're going to be slowly but surely getting things accomplished as your life falls into place. What a great reading. So if this was truly helpful, I am sending you a ton of love and light.